Before we go back to your calls in a few moments' time, delighted to say also that we have some live music in the form of Sophie Delila. Sophie was here, I think the last time you were here was late last year, but my goodness me, you've had an incredible year since then. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. The last time you were just about to perform at one of the most beautiful churches in this city, St Pancras Church.
Yes.
Slightly raised up.
Slightly.
And a great venue. How did it go? What was it like?
It went great. It was a bit intimidating at first because it was the first time I did a gig in a church. So I didn't know what to expect. I always loved the acoustics, and obviously it was amazing. And it's great to have an audience seating and very attentive. And it was all acoustic, of course. So very, very much enjoyable for me.
How are the acoustics? Because in some churches, in terms of playing, you end up with your own voice, your own sounds coming back at you maybe half a second, a second later.
Great.
Is that okay? You don't get confused.
It was not overly reverby. Just enough cozy, a good balance of cozy, warm, and big at the same time. But yeah, we could still define the different parts, so that was good.
And in terms of the audience, what were the audience? I mean, did it make a very strange spectacle in the church environment?
Well, I think it was quite natural, and again, people kind of, because there's this reverb, you know, every time someone coughs, they feel uncomfortable. So it's good because they're very attentive, and it's great for them, I think, to get into the music, listen to the words, and just take it in. And I think that's the right setup for it.
Well, Sophie is a London-based but French-born singer-songwriter. And I wonder what that means, because for most of us, we're hearing you speak as if English is your native language, and clearly you're writing in English. Are you thinking in English?
I think I am. I don't think about it. I think most of the time I think in English, and I remember dreaming in English, but I think there's both. I don't keep track.
That must be the answer, actually. If you begin to dream in English, you've cracked it. Once your subconscious is demanding that you're an English dream, then you've got it. Does it help when you're travelling abroad? I mean, presumably you tour, and do you go back to France to perform?
I do. I was just there in May. I did a show there in Paris. And yeah, I love going back. It's not too far. It's kind of easy.
And can you switch effortlessly between French and English, or are you always singing in English?
Well, I don't sing in French, but I do this weird thing now. When I speak French, I do the Van Damme syndrome. Like, he speaks with American terms in French, and that's a bit embarrassing, but I try not to do it too often.
Got you. Because but just before we came on, I was saying, you know, when is the next tour? And you said the next tour is in the fall. And I thought well, yeah, but for us it's the autumn. And I wonder what is it for French, in French?
Autumn.
Yeah. But you chose to say fall.
I say fall because I lived in the States for a bit, and I kept that from then.
Well, we're going to hear two live tracks tonight, which we're very much looking forward to. If you remember Sophie from last year, you know you're going to be in for a treat. I know you are, because we've been rehearsing and doing some sound checks before we came on. The album is out. The album is called My Life Could Use a Remix. What are you going to do for us first?
I'm going to sing a song that's called If I Should Die Tonight.
All right. And just explain who we have here. We won't necessarily hear him on mic, but you certainly will hear the work he's doing on guitar. Who have you got accompanying you?
Stephen Barlow, who was here last time as well. And he's a great guitar player. And he also plays bass when we're out on tour with the band. Amazing musician. All right. Wonderful.
Take it away. Live on BBC London 94.9. This is Sophie Delila.
Cries in my heart like it rains in the city. I don't need your help, I don't want your money, 'cause I'm gonna get going and make myself pretty. And now's the time to get down, 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 down. I love the way we move when we got nothing to lose. Oh, if I should die tonight, I'm gonna end it on the high. I'm gonna work that disco light. I'm gonna rock the dance floor. If I should die tonight, I'm gonna live it one more time. Gonna get myself down to disco town and rock the dance floor. If I should die tonight, if I should die tonight. Yeah, I rode down the street now in my bright red Chevy, put on my lipstick, it's time to get ready, and I wanna get high, crank the rock steady, it's my favorite song, the radio is playing it right now. I love the way we move when we got nothing to lose. Oh, if I should die tonight, I'm gonna end it on the high. I'm gonna work that disco light. I'm gonna rock that dance floor. If I should die tonight, I'm gonna live it one more time. Gonna get myself down to disco town and rock that dance floor. If I should die tonight, if I should die tonight, oh, 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 yeah. It cries in my heart like it rains in the city. I don't need your help, I don't want your money, 'cause I'm gonna get going, make myself pretty. Now is the time to get down, 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 down. Gonna get down, 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 down. Gonna get down, yeah, I wanna get down, yeah, I wanna get down, wanna get down, wanna get down, 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 down. If I should die tonight, yeah, if I should die tonight, if I should die tonight, if I should die tonight, I wanna get down, 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 down.
Live music on BBC London 94.9 from Sophie Delila. We spoke about your gig at the St Pancras Church, and we thought that was massive. But of course, after that, you were at the, amongst other places, the Roundhouse and the Albert Hall.
Yes, actually,
Tell
I
us
was.
about those
yeah, I was singing with Jeff Beck at the Albert Hall because we've been writing some songs over the last year, and they invited me on the stage to play a couple of those songs. And it was very exciting, of course. I mean,
I bet it was.
What is that to say? It's grand. It's grand. Fantastic experience.
How much, as a performer, how much can you see? Because obviously you sense the audience there, but
everything.
You can see everything.
Yeah, that's one thing in the Albert Hall. You can actually see everyone everywhere most of the time, which in a way, on a big venue like this, it's not too uncomfortable, because although it's big, it's kind of cozy, and you feel comfortable. It's like a theater, so it feels very cozy.
And are you still working in your windowless, soulless studio in Putney Bridge? I have added soulless; it's just windowless, but it's in Putney Bridge.
Actually, I'm relocating, so no.
And you got to have windows.
Yeah, I've moved out. I was like, I can't do with no light anymore. I need the sun. I need the light. So I moved out.
Does it make a difference?
Yes, it does. I mean, it depends what you're doing. I think for writing, it's good to be. To have a bit of light, a bit of life also, to have the life around you. If you're too isolated, you can get a bit crazy. It's good for recording and producing, because it's a bubble and you need to be focused when you do that kind of thing. But I think when you write, you need to be a bit dreamy. So it's good to have stuff happening around.
You had interesting connections growing up. I remember we spoke last time about Marvin Gaye having been a guest at your home, and obviously you've been working with people like, as you mentioned, Jeff Beck. But in terms of the future, there must be still people on the bucket list that you think, God,
everyone.
he/she, I must work with them.
Oh, everyone. I mean, there's, of course, the fantasy of working with a Stevie Wonder one day, because he's really one of my most important influences growing up. So
how does one get a message through to Stevie Wonder? How does one do you? I just say he's too big for an agent, isn't he? What is he? How do you get in touch with Stevie Wonder?
Well, I'm sure if I actually wanted to do it, I could. I'm sure there's, we have probably a few degrees of separation. It's doable, but I haven't found the right angle, or maybe I need to write the song, or write a bit of the song first.
Yeah. Who else then? Who else is on the list?
Guys, well, there's a lot of people who have gone who I would have loved to work with, but there's a lot of new artists as well that I love. There's a singer called Quabs. It's very up and coming. We have a few friends in common. It'd be great to work with him. The list is too long.
The list is too long, but the musical world is your oyster,
Yes.
which is good. Look, if people want to find out more about the album and any forthcoming dates, particularly when you start going in the autumn, how can they do it? Just give us details of your website.
So my website is sophiedelila.com. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Everywhere, which is a good place to be
Yes.
in your business. You're going to do us one last track live for us. What is it going to be? I know it's going to be on the piano, which I'm looking forward to. What is it going to be?
It's called Bound to Fall.
Bound to Fall. Okay,
Yes.
Take it away. You're going to wander over to the piano now. We know the piano sounds marvellous because we did a bit of rehearsing before when you came in, did a bit of a sound check, also with guitar. This is going to sound great. Whenever you're ready, take it away. Live on BBC London 94.9, Sophie Delila.
Big boats, big planes, big autographs, seen straight from a 16's photograph. We both know the moment never lasts. Sex and drugs and rock and roll eventually will take its toll. Life is only exciting seconds before the crash. I'm on the ground, you're in the air, flying around in your electric chair. Flip the switch to reach the heights, miles above the city lights. When you live in the high life, the whole world seems so small. One of these days you're bound to fall. When you give in next to nothing, you might as well give it all. One of these days you're bound to fall. Both hands held out across my face, too afraid to watch you fall from grace. Every stunt you pull, I lose a little faith. I've lost count of all the times you stepped across the borderline. I'm knocking on heaven's door, ready to die to feel alive. I'm on the ground, you're in the air, without a tie, without a care. Cut the corner, reach the heights, miles above the city lights. When you live in the high life, the whole world seems so small. One of these days you're bound to fall. When you give in next to nothing, you might as well give it all. Oh, one of these days you're bound to fall. It's a sacrifice. You gotta pay the price. When you touch the sky, you are bound to fall. We're all bound to fall. Nobody can have it all, it all, it all. We're all bound to fall. When you live in the high life, the whole world seems so small. One of these days you're bound to fall. When you give in next to nothing, you might as well give it all. One of these days you're bound to fall. It's a sacrifice. You gotta pay the price. When you touch the sky, you are bound to fall. To fall, to fall, to fall, to fall, to fall, to fall.
Live on BBC London 94.9, Sophie Delila. And I have to say, that was, as you heard there, off the album, My Life Could Use a Remix, and a life less in need of a remix, I couldn't imagine. That was called Bound to Fall. Just give us details of the website once again.
So it's sophiedelila.com.
It's great to see you. Thank you for coming in. And,
Thanks for having me.
Come back next time with Stevie Wonder. If not, yourself will be enough.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
BBC London 94.